right? No script, you know what I'm saying? No warm up, one take only. It's just me and you. Um, Welcome to Lost Genius Society. The point of this video is just to kind of inform you about what Lost Genius Society is, what we're trying to do, and where we're trying to take it. Lost Genius Society LLC is a clothing business, but it's much more than just the clothes or about making money or about fashion. It's more so about the message behind the clothes, the message we're trying to tell the world. And really it's about the story, you know? It's not about one individual. It's not about me. It's not about the rest of my team. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than the clothes. It's about all of us, you know? And it's about making a difference in society. So, I mean, without further ado, let's get into it. Lost Genius Society is everything. Lost Genius Society, yes, we sell clothes. Our target audience right now is college students because, you know, I'm in college, so, and that's just kind of the closest kind of generation that we can kind of relate to and try to, you know what I'm saying, get that message to right now. I feel like our peers are the closest kind of people that can understand what we going through and how we feel, and they can easily connect with what we're trying to do. The message behind Lost Genius Society and the message that we're trying to push is that we believe that everybody is a genius, regardless of where you at in life, regardless of if you're in school, if you're out of school, if you're working. It doesn't matter. We believe every individual in this world has the potential to do genius things, and it's up to that individual to make the decision if they're going to be a genius or not. And it really all comes from this concept of like having the genius mindset, where there is no such thing as limitations. You know what I mean? There is no boundaries. This whole idea that anything is possible to, you know, the regular mind, it might sound crazy, but we truly believe that, and we want the world to believe that too. And honestly, I think kind of the end goal is to make everyone understand and have that kind of mindset. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe the world could be a better place if everyone had a genius type of mindset. If everyone really believed that they could do anything they wanted to in this world and did that and went for it without being intimidated or without being limited or feeling limited or without even being scared because of how the world may perceive you or your ideas or who you are. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what background you come from, how you look, how you dress, how you talk, what you eat, what you wear. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all human, and that's what makes us all one, if that makes sense. I mean, we're all in the same, we're just having different experiences. And like kind of going along with that, if one person can do extraordinary things, I believe that we all can, and it's within us all. And we're just trying to really promote that, and not only just promote that message, but we're also trying to be the message. We're also trying to be the example. So not only, you know what I mean, when you wear our clothes, it's kind of like you're becoming a part of the story as well. This whole idea of being a genius, it sounds crazy because we live in a society where it's been only spoken about to certain individuals after you do something miraculous or something that's never been heard of. But I feel like everyone has ideas, everyone has a creative mind to really pursue things that maybe everyone else can't understand, or maybe things that haven't even been done before. But I feel like a lot of people don't really chase their dreams, or don't really work for what they really want to do in this world, and instead they kind of get satisfied and go with the status quo, or they kind of just go along with the trends and just try to fit in. But I feel like every single individual on this planet has the power to do exponential things. I hope that's the right word. Extraordinary things, special things, and those things are really connected to our true desires and our true goals. Not saying that anything is going to be easy. That's not the case at all. But I feel like the things that require hardship, or the things that are tough, you know, that's the things that's worth it. You know what I mean? Like when we go on college campuses and we sell clothes and we tell people like, you're a genius, you know, it's something that they may have never heard of in their life, or have never been told in their life. And majority of people just kind of look at it strange and kind of, you know, just kind of think about it a little bit and just be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. But, you know, for the people that really do try to think deeply about it and really take it to heart, they kind of understand where we're coming from, and it's almost like they change perspectives. And I feel like the concept and this whole idea of being a genius, because we've grown and we've grown comfortable to being in a society where you feel like only certain individuals can be a genius, is rare. So when we come out and we spread this message about being a genius, and we spread this idea about having this genius mindset, it's almost like it's new to people. It's almost like they've never even thought that they had the power to do genius things until we had that conversation, until we're in your face and we tell you anything you want to do, you can do it if you really put your mind to it, and you really stay consistent, and you really believe that it can be achieved. So this whole idea, I mean, I could keep going in depth, and I feel like this is kind of the purpose of this video, just so y'all can kind of feel where my headspace is. And it's not just me alone. I mean, it's the whole team, the whole LGS team. It's the whole community that we built, all our friends, all of our families that kind of contributed to this whole idea. I mean, we made it this far, not by ourselves, but because of each other. And I think it's a genius in the idea of collaboration. It's genius in the idea of networking. It's genius in the idea of teamwork. Because even though I'm sitting right here now and speaking to you alone, I can tell you that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my team, if it wasn't for the people that I've made connections with through Law G in Society, through fashion, through clothes, through business, through college, through friendship, that I wouldn't have this mindset, or wouldn't have this strong of a belief that we can actually impact the world in a positive way. And I think we just need more of that. I think if we were meant to be alone, God would have put us in worlds of our own, but instead he put us in a world with 7-8 billion different people. So that fact alone just kind of makes you wonder and makes you think, well, if we're here with all these other people, maybe we should work with other people. Maybe we should help other people. Maybe we should collaborate to not just live, but to thrive. You know what I mean? And I think that's my whole idea, or this is our idea of having this genius mindset. It's an individual type of thinking that can multiply when there are multiple minds that are thinking in the same way. And we're gonna be the living example, and you're gonna be here for the ride. We're gonna be the example, just to kind of prove that a small idea, a small concept, a small kind of change in perspective and the way of thinking can go so far to change the world. And we're gonna document every step of the way. I think what we're doing and this whole idea of being a genius and that everyone is a genius, you can easily argue that everyone isn't a genius, or everyone doesn't have the right mindset right now to be a genius. And I mean, I kind of get that, but that doesn't mean that they don't have the potential. And I'm somebody that believes in the power of potential more than anything. And it's like a love-hate relationship, because potential is also my personal greatest fear. I feel like the thing that I'm scared of the most is when it's all said and done and I'm having a conversation with God and he tells me that this is, or he shows me rather, that this is what I could be, or what I could have been, and this is what I was. And if I would have just made a few small decisions, I could have been so much more of a better person, or I could have impacted the world or left a legacy, or whatever the case may be. But because I didn't, kind of fulfill my potential, I never was that. Like, that's my greatest fear. It'll be upsetting, you know what I mean? And I'll feel like I not only let like the people around me, my friends, my closest friends, my family down, but I feel like I would have let the world down. I feel like I would have let God down. And I know that's kind of deep, and maybe I shouldn't put that much pressure on myself, but at the same time, I don't think I would have had this vision if it wasn't supposed to happen, or if I didn't have the power to make it happen. Not alone, but whatever way, with the people around me, with the tools I have, And this is just my kind of perspective. It's a lot deeper than just what I think. This whole concept is new, it's original, and like I said, it may not be easy to agree with, but nobody thought of having a computer in your hand, or self-driving cars, or even like the internet. It kind of, things like that, just when it happened, it was like, well, that's new. And then look what it's grown into now, you know what I mean? So I definitely think that it's going to be difficult to kind of push this message, and it's something that I hope you can understand, that we're still trying to fully develop, and we're really trying to still kind of communicate it in a way that everyone can understand and everyone can believe and everyone can kind of see where we're coming from, and how you can have this same type of mindset and use this same kind of perspective and idea to not only better your life, but better those around you as well. Like I said, it goes so deep, and right now we're just kind of developing the roots. But trust me, in a few years, mark my words, we're gonna have a little sapling on our hand, and that sapling is gonna grow into a very strong tree. But a tree can't be strong if its roots aren't. So we're still trying to develop, and we're still trying to build that foundation to where it's kind of, set in stone what we're trying to do, the message we're trying to push. This whole idea isn't just a concept, but it's something that's that is. It's something that's reality. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it just started off with a small idea, and I mean, we've made it this far. So, like I said, that word potential is it haunts me every day, and it keeps me up at night. So I think that just the whole idea that we have the power to kind of take this idea and push it into something that can change the world. It puts a lot of pressure on us, not to let y'all down, but we're gonna make it happen. I think that's when this would be a good time to kind of add in that this is kind of when the clothes take place, and why fashion, and why we wanted to not only push a message, but to also have this whole idea of adding like an art factor or like a personal kind of factor that matches your personality, and it kind of reminds us of where we come from and who we are. I don't know if you ever thought about it, but you can tell a lot about a person by the way they dress. I mean, not in the sense of, oh, this person dresses like this, so they act like this, but just more so, I like to see what makes people feel confident. You know what I mean? And there's no real, art is subjective, so there's no real right or wrong way to dress. But it's really fascinating how clothes can make us feel a certain type of way. When I wear our newest rugby long sleeves, shirts, it makes me feel sophisticated. It makes me feel like I know what I'm talking about. It makes me feel stronger. And even at the end of the day, you can say it's just clothes, but I don't want to wear just clothes if I could wear something that makes me feel more than what I am. You know what I mean? So there's definitely like a power in having this fashion kind of aspect to our message, because we not only want to change the world, but we also want the world to know where we come from and where this whole idea originated from. And so people can understand that we're a lot like you, we're a lot like each other. We didn't just have this amazing idea or have all the tools, and we had to figure it out. And I feel like a cool kind of aspect to kind of think about in just life in general is that majority of life is just trying to find your way. And I feel like we found our way with this clothing, and we've all kind of connected, and we all kind of can relate to that. By we, the team, but even more so on us and speaking to like the whole world. You got on clothes right now, and I got on clothes, and tomorrow somebody's gonna have on clothes. And back then, people had on clothes. So I don't think clothes are ever gonna go away, but I think that we can add more meaning to the clothes that we wear if you want to take it that seriously. At the end of the day, if it's hard, it's hard, you feel me? If it's not, it's not. If you're rocking with it, you're gonna put it on, you know what I'm saying? But it's 1,000 ways you can interpret art. But I feel like it's a gateway, it's a portal of connection to a larger population of people, or to the world, you know what I mean? And we've came a long way with the clothing and we got a long way to go, but we're not stopping no time soon. And hopefully we can build something that's never gonna stop and never gonna end. And we can build something that not only is comfortable and looks nice, but it also makes you feel like you can do anything you put your mind to. It makes you feel like you're unstoppable. It makes you feel like you're a genius. And that's really like our main goal. More so into like the genius mindset kind of aspect, because I can talk about that forever. It's crazy how far your mind can take you, especially when you learn to remove those boundaries and limitations and things that really hold us back. I feel like not only the world could be a better place, but I feel like we can do so much more as a civilization if we all kind of work towards something outside of ourselves and thought more about humanity in general. I understand that everyone's not gonna kind of agree or want to be a part of what we're trying to build, and I don't think that's really the main goal. Like I said, it's lost genius society, so we're trying to build a society within society. Hopefully, it has an impact on everyone, future generations and things like that. But I also know that with good comes bad, so we'll see. You know what I mean? But hopefully, more so people choose to use their genius for the good rather than personal or selfish motives. Like I said, I couldn't have done this alone. It took a team. It's gonna continue to need a team, and we're gonna have to keep building our team to kind of create this change that we want to make. So by no means that we believe we can do this alone. And I feel like the more people we can kind of get to just even wear our clothes or just to kind of understand the message is just one step closer to reaching our end goals. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said, me and my partners, we some hustlers, and we ain't gonna just, we want to continue to grow each and every day and build our team and build our skills, and just continue to better ourselves and grow our minds into things, into a way of thinking that we may have not even fathomed before. That's the beautiful thing about it. And a lot of people aren't really gonna understand, but it never stops, and it's never gonna stop. The whole idea of self-growth and just becoming a better person is something that's ongoing each and every day until it's all said and done. You can always be better and do better in how you live and how you treat people, and even how you think, how you treat yourself. There's always room for growth. And a lot of that kind of self-growth way of thinking is the same way we or the same way we look at our business. There's a lot of room for growth in a lot of areas, trust me. We don't have everything figured out, and we might not ever figure it all out, but that's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to continue to grow and continue to grow deeper roots, and like I said, establish that strong foundation so future generations have something to kind of build upon. Our motto or our slogan is "The future is now." So connecting that to like this genius mindset or this genius way of thinking, the phrase "the future is now," what we mean by that is the person you want to be in the future, the things you want to have in the future, the way you want to live in the future. I mean, if you're not doing or acting speaking, eating, living like that future version of yourself, then it's never gonna happen. You're never gonna get there, if that makes sense. What we're trying to say is that that person, that thing you're trying to achieve, whatever the case may be, that future version of yourself, you have to act like that in the present for that future version of yourself to happen, and just kind of, resonate with that. I mean, there's so many examples. If you want to be an athlete, if you're not working like a professional athlete would right now, do you think you will ever be a professional athlete? If you want to be an accounting, and nothing's wrong with being an accountant, but if you're not working as an accountant would right now, it's going to be pretty difficult to become an accountant. And that goes with everything. If you want to start working out, if you want to build a healthier diet, if you don't do what it takes to get there in the present, you will never get there. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I mean, in my personal case, if I want to be a successful businessman, if I'm not taking the repercussions and the steps and having a consistency and having an organized lifestyle right now, I don't think I'll ever become a successful businessman. And then when you even, I kind of stutter right there, even when you say those things, it just makes you wonder, and it really puts you in that perspective of, it's a lot of growing to do. We got a lot of work that needs to be done. And that's good. I feel like that's a part of this genius mindset, and that's how we really want others to think, that you can do anything you want to do if you really put your mind to it. You can get there, but it starts with you right now. And then it's consistency, and it's persistence, and it's having the will not to give up on what you want, or what you want to be, or how you want to live, or what you want to do in this world. But yeah, it's kind of like we're trying to eliminate all the boundaries and all the limitations that the world has set on us as people, as humanity, and really, kind of create a new wave of thinking and a new way of just understanding that you have the power to do much more than what you think. But it starts within. It starts with you. It starts with your daily habits. It starts with how you think and how you speak to yourself, how you speak with others, the information that you consume, the food that you eat, the music that you listen to, the things that you watch. It's a combination of all those things, and consistency. So I know I kind of went on a long rant, a long tangent, but I hope that kind of gives you an idea of where we're coming from and what we're trying to do, and the message that we're trying to promote, and how we're going to do it. How we're going to do it through this fashion, through the clothing, and how we're going to make our mark on this world. So my goal is to be pretty consistent with these videos. This was just kind of overview. I don't even know what I'm gonna do next, but I will. But yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, this is Lost Genius Society. My name is AP, and the future is now. Gang.